There's so many different things that can make or break a haircut. That's why I'm going to be reviewing your haircuts. That way we can take them from average to flawless by just paying attention to the small little details that you might have to change up. All right, let's go ahead and get started with Goodluck Fades. And if I mispronounce your name, I'm really sorry. I have a hard time speaking English at that. Okay, so right off the back, I can tell that you have a really good understanding of where to place your fades. You really understand head shapes and you really understand where to leave the hair longer in order for it to be able to lay down smooth. You know, one of the areas that I feel like you might be struggling in is knowing how to fade into the bulk right by the parietal ridge. So looking at the crown of the back of this haircut, you had the right concept going into the haircut. You knew that you wanted to leave more bulk right there and leave it darker. That way we could create a different head shape. That way the back of the head wouldn't just be flat. But at the same time, I kind of feel like you struggle a little bit because I can see a little bit of inconsistency. I can see some areas where the hair is really spiky towards the top. And then at the bottom looks a little bit longer right in that area. And then in this area too, I feel like you went with the number 3, then you jumped into with like sheer over comb maybe, I'm not too sure. But an easy way to fix that, I would recommend go ahead and start debulking at the very beginning of the haircut. So in this haircut, I would have probably done a number 4 at the very beginning and just went all the way up to the parietal ridge. And that would have kind of set the foundation that I needed to be able to start fading into that. But overall, your haircuts are really good. You really have a good understanding of how to place your fades or where to place them. So really good job, man, and keep on doing your thing. And of course, I'm gonna follow back. Next up, we got Tiffany Cuts. And yo, whenever you submitted these pictures, I was really surprised. Like, you're really good as well. So let's take a look at them. With me reviewing your haircuts, like I try to be as picky as possible. That way you can really work on the small little details that most clients won't probably even notice. But you know, that's what's going to help you elevate to the next level. If you can pay attention to the small little details that the clients or other barbers won't notice, that's what's really going to help you elevate. So looking at this taper, like I said, it's very, very smooth, flawless, like perfect taper. Okay, so now this haircut is the one that I really, really wanted to go over. Because once again, it's a really smooth fade, but the only little thing that I'm really looking at is right behind the ear. You try to make a transition from the taper, from the temple area to the taper in the back of the nape area. And it's looking good. The only thing that I feel like that kind of throws it off is that in a way, it's kind of becoming like a shadow fade, like a drop shadow fade, if that makes sense. On the taper, you start fading out right in this area, went low, and then dropped it down, then did a taper at the very bottom. I would have either went ahead and left this area a little bit darker and just faded within the temple and the nape area. Or if you wanted to create that shadow effect going all the way to the back of the nape, then I would have raised up, it looks like you did a half guard. I would have raised up the half guard about this angle and literally a little bit higher above the ear by mid-waist to really give it that drop fade shadow effect. And then I would have done a taper on it. And I feel like that would have created more of a nice silhouette going from the front to the back area. But that's once again, that's me being picky, which like on this other side, I can tell that you did about the same thing. And on the other side, I feel like you actually created that transition that I was talking about. And I know you have a design on it, so I can't really tell. By the way, that's a really good design. But I do feel like you did a really good job on raising up the half guard right here. That way, whenever you look at them from the side, you can see that it's like a smooth transition into the back then with a taper, man. It would look so nice. But overall, Tiffany, man, keep on doing your thing. Like, your fades are flawless, looking at everything. You're doing a really good job. I don't know how long you've been cutting for, but I can definitely tell you're more experienced, so keep on grinding. But I'm going to keep on making reviews, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, and if you haven't yet, make sure you check out my TikTok. And if you would like your haircuts reviewed, make sure you send me 2 haircuts to my DM on Instagram, and I'll be checking them out.